between us a show where I burp the alphabet because I can't stop burping.
Remember when that was like...
So I'm officially in my second trimester of pregnancy.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, that's when things really get better.
So far, no.
No.
So far, the thing of like, that's when everything gets better. For some people have different bodies. Who knows? Who knows what it'll be?
For some people, that's when the devil takes them.
The devil? Oh, are you having like the Omen baby? Wait.
Excuse me.
The devil baby would be blonde.
Okay, so this week I thought we could have a really fun topic, which is the worst people we know.
Sure, of course.
We won't name names.
But you'll know who we're talking
about. But you'll know who we're talking about.
You'll know who you are. They don't watch this content.
No. I hope not.
I don't think they do. I write so freely about people sometimes, and then I'm like, I don't know if they ever saw it. Who cares? I talk so much, but like then when someone is like, oh, I listened to your podcast, I'm like, whoopsie doopsie.
So who comes to mind when I say the worst people we know?
There's some people who will just give you nothing.
Oh my God, we're going on this rant again.
No, it's not giving you nothing. It's that they actively make you think you're weird. It's not give you nothing. It's not like, oh, I'm nervous. It's like, oh, I like this. Okay, everyone knows that's bad. Like, people like that, like, they'll be like, that's weird that you like that, but okay. Like, people that don't celebrate you being different. And I wonder if it's because it makes them self-conscious.
Yeah, I mean, I think when people feel like they have to fit into a mold and they see someone not doing that, there's like resentment.
Yeah, but like keep that to yourself. Be resentful inside like the rest of us.
I feel very uncomfortable around people that act like we're much closer than we are.
Girl, yes.
And
creepy.
It'll be like they don't put any effort into maintaining an actual relationship with me.
Yes.
But then when I see them, it's like, oh my God, I missed you so much, or I love you so much, or whatever. And it's
okay,
like,
you
don't.
You can say my name.
And then it's like, I'll be like, I'll invite you to something, or I'll like ask for a plan. And it's like,
no,
they're too busy.
I know, absolutely not. Wow, I thought of two. Okay, people who ask you to be honest with them, like be like, I just love that we're honest with each other. I need you to be honest with me. It's so cool that we're both so honest. And then you're honest with them one time, and they absolutely lose their mind. And I'm like, oh, what you meant is you can be honest with me and criticize me.
Uh-huh.
And when I sort of have some feedback for you, absolute sword across the neck.
Here's a move for that worst people we know make.
Yeah.
I'm colorblind.
About race?
Yeah.
That's only acceptable if you're actively taking a colorblind test at the eye doctor's office.
I think so much about this person I know that when I was like posting in 2020 who like was like, you know, upset that I was talking about race or whatever, and was like, I'm colorblind. Like, all of there's no differences. Like, I know brown people.
Shut up.
So it wasn't like that, but it was just like so bananas, and I like, and it's a person that sometimes I have to interact with, and that's like, it's just at the forefront of my mind.
Yeah, how can it not be?
That like, I know this person is just like moving through the world being like, I'm colorblind, racism isn't real.
Well, right.
As they're voting for Donald Trump. You know what I mean? And as they're like hardcore MAGA. I honestly feel like the worst people are the people that are so nice to your face and then have like, and are like so loving and like care about their community and then have like just the most abhorrent political views.
It's really hard for me to like figure that out.
It's so confusing.
Like, I'm literally like, I'm probably going to go to the celebration of life for the guy at my work who doesn't know I'm trans, whose dog died. And like his dog died and he brought us like I suspected she was dead.
How'd she die?
She's 21 years old.
21?
Yes. But I was like, this is the guy that I talk about on Instagram who like comes in, whatever. And he hadn't come in a couple weeks. And I just said to my boss, I was like, I have a horrible feeling that the dog is dead. I just feel it in my bones. And she was like, okay, let me call him. And she called him and the dog was dead. And I'm not a psychic. The dog was 21. But anyways, he invited us to the dog's celebration of life and was like, she loved you guys. Like, whatever. In that conversation, he was like, and he loved, she loved your boss more. Sorry, she just loved women to me because he doesn't know I'm trans. But he invited us to the celebration of life for the dog, and I was like, it's so sad. Like, we should definitely go. And then in the back of my head, I have to be like, he's MAGA. What is going on? But like, it's just,
it's such a mind fuck.
Yeah, but I have to tell him I'm trans at some point.
Well, maybe you'll never see him again.
It's true, but I'm probably going to go to the fucking celebration of life for this dog.
What happened? Like, what are people going to do?
For what?
The celebration of life.
I don't know. The invitation said, like, food, and we're going to a park, and we're just going to celebrate the life of a good girl. Wow. Yeah.
Do you think you'll have a bark off?
With who?
Just like a barking competition.
The humans?
Yeah.
Probably not. She wasn't a huge barker.
This is an interesting idea.
Anyway, I guess this is really giving away a lot because how many people in LA are having celebrations of life for their 21-year-old dog? It's not funny. I'm so sorry. But it's just like, yeah, I mean, that's what's so... It's people... I wrote about this in my Substack. It's people that... The people that are... Nobody's going around... I mean, some people are, but nobody's going around being like, I'm evil. It's the people that go around that really think they're good at heart that do the most damage. Mm-hmm. Because they're like, I really think I'm doing the right thing, and they're doing a lot of harm. Here's another thing that someone I hate does. We'll be like sitting together like this, and I'll go, I've really been thinking a lot about like the role AI is going to play in our future, and how we're going to navigate that. Silence, 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 silence. And I'm like, okay. And then they'll be like, oh my God, so the other day. And I'm like, what did I just say?
Or just not even
absolutely no acknowledgement. I remember you would always tell that story about couples where it's like, the couples that are going to last are the ones who if the person goes, oh, look at that bird. And the other person goes, oh, interesting. You don't have to but just they
don't have to actually care about the bird. But you have to acknowledge that your
the other
partner
person
was interested.
Said something. Absolutely no acknowledgement that I said anything. I could be like, oh, look at that chop. Zero response.
Someone I hate does a lot of act outs.
I'm sorry, what?
A lot of just full on act outs of made up situations. Do you know what I mean? So
are they made up?
It's
Is it the same guy? That guy on Instagram who I think's a liar?
No.
Oh, he has to be on my podcast. And I was like, oh my God. I said to Melissa, I was like, wait, this is my enemy who doesn't know he's my enemy. I was like, if I have him on, I'm just going to have a Rolodex. It's a gotcha interview. I just have an absolute Rolodex of everything he said on social media that I think was a lie. And we just go through all of them.
It'll be oh, I bet this is what happened. Or it'll just
it probably was
instead of
this.
Just having a conversation, this person will just go into a one person play.
Oh my God.
About what could have happened. And it's big and and it's literally sometimes I'll be like, how many act outs do you think this person's gonna do next time we see them? It's it's cocaine energy.
Okay, I'll say that. That is a personality I don't like, is cocaine energy. Yes. Listen, do cocaine. Keep yourself together. I'm not saying...
so intense. It's so much. They're performing for their lives.
Yeah.
At every moment and every interaction.
Yeah. Oh, that's really rough. Okay, imagine me, this personality. Mm-hmm. And I'm still... I've maintained the same level of annoyance on drugs. I'm not more annoying.
Well, how would you know?
Because I know. Because I've been annoyed by other people. And also nobody, my friends have never, been like, whoa, we gotta... You
should check in with the friends that have seen you and make sure that's
well, they're also on drugs.
You don't really have, an unbiased...
But I don't think I'm ruining everything. Although, oh my God, my sister... So I work at a place. My sister's a manager. And I was talking about how, I was like, I'm not getting any respect. And I, think that I'm, I'm probably the best employee there. And Cheyenne goes, the worst employee always says that. And I was like, that's fuck, Trevor? And she was like, yes, it is. She's like, I'm a manager. I'll tell you, the worst employee is the one who says I'm the best employee. And I was like, fuck you. She was like, what did they write you up for? And she made me list out what I've been written up for. And then she went, okay, 4 out of those 6, I'd write you up as well.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Sometimes she'd be like, can you believe I got written up for this? And I'd be like, yes. You're not supposed to do that. Like, oh, I can't believe I got in trouble for wearing not the shirt I'm supposed to wear and wearing a shirt for a beer company. And you were like, why would they care about that? It's like, of course they care about
it. It was an accident!
But that's not allowed.
Well.
Okay, but whether or not it's an accident, it still violates the store's policy.
Yes, correct. That's correct. Yeah, I hate act outs. My dad always used to do that, and he always sounds reasonable. And then the other person in the act out sounds like a crazy person. So he'll be like, well, I was at the Verizon store. And I was like, do you guys have that, phone? And the other person was like, we don't have phones here. I'm like, why does the other person always sound insane? Just sort of a question I have. Oh, I like your pearl necklace.
Thank you.
Is it new?
No.
It was in the video you did about vomiting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, style on point.
In my vomiting video, people complimented my jewelry and my nails, so I'm doing something right.
You've got so much flair, they can't even tell you're puking. That's ideal, baby.